Hello, I'm Penny. Welcome to my 1913 retrofit.
This is a video following up on an energy advice session we did with Penny in 2022. Let's see what she has achieved. Penny, thank you for welcoming us back to your home. It's been a while since we were here to do an energy efficiency assessment in 2022. So how have things changed for you since then?
Quite a bit. That was fun, the initial assessment and advice. I've changed quite a few things, but there's still some improvements that could be made.
With an older home, there's always opportunities to improve things. So I believe you have an attitude of saving on power by putting on an extra jumper.
Yes, well, they're the first go-to things like closing doors, closing the curtains, getting extra thick curtains. For example, here, this one I had made, I think only last year, and it's really good to pull it across. I didn't realise how much cold comes through the glass and the gaps, the swing doors, but I don't actually pull it across as often as I would like to, because having that little black and white creature, his claws are very sharp and he pulls it, but it really is effective having that one. And I've added the honeycomb blinds to the windows in several of the rooms, and that makes a difference as well.
So you tend to zone the one room by closing the curtains, closing the doors, to keep that warm and comfortable in winter?
Definitely. I'm lucky that I haven't sort of taken walls away and opened up rooms like a lot of old houses have been. In keeping, I've often used the reverse cycle air conditioner, but I prefer the warmth from the burning heater, which I know goes against the grain. I can close the doors and heat one room, and then at night open up the doors and let the heat dissipate and go into the bedrooms.
So you're using your power differently now with washing it and dishwashing, etc.?
Yes. For the last 10 years I've been putting things like the dishwasher and the washing machine on at night, or in periods where the cost of the electricity was cheaper. But now I'm having to think, when is the sun out? And I can actually refer to my iPad and see the amount of electricity that's being generated, and so looking at the sun and also my iPad, I can see when is the best time to put those heavy equipment that uses more electricity, when is best to use them.
So you're optimising your solar power?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Overall, you found the advice we gave you helpful?
Very much so. Yes, there's still some things to do, such as the invisible pelmets, because at the moment I've got the rods and I haven't found a way of insulating the walls, because I took off some of the weatherboards from outside the kitchen, and all the noggins are going in different directions, so unless I use a system of drilling holes and blowing in some insulation, there isn't anything I can do to the walls. But I have replaced all the glass in the windows with laminated glass, but because the window frames are so old, I couldn't use double glazing. Where there's LED lighting, the laminated glass has been put on the outside so that you can still see the texture of the LED light.
So effectively it's double glazed, and those where you've got LED lights?
Well, it's made a lot of difference to the sound of traffic and also to the heating or cooling. Yeah, it's much more manageable. And in the kitchen I've replaced the window. It had a metal frame window, so I've replaced that with a wooden one, and that is double glazed. Yeah, so that's made an enormous difference.
Also, there was one of the things about the chimney in the bedroom, etc.
Yes. The chimney in the bedroom, which is sort of more of those, it's a little fireplace and the old-fashioned decorative sort of type. It's been blocked.
One of the recommendations was to look at blocking off some of the wall vents.
Yes. Yeah, I haven't done that. I need to. They're sort of part of the features of the house. And I'd like to do it in such a way as I can still see them, but they're not making the rooms colder or hotter.
One of the other things we talked about was your shower fittings. They were using a lot of water.
I took advantage of the government incentive, and when somebody knocked on the door, I've got 2 bathrooms, and so they changed the one in the B&B.
Have you looked at who your energy provider is and how you might be able to get a less expensive rate of electricity?
Yeah, I've been with the power shop for quite a long time, and in the past I've compared them on the government website, but I haven't done an overall, especially since I've increased the number of solar panels and I've got the battery now.
So you're not using anywhere near as much electricity?
Oh no, hardly any.
And you've taken advantage of the government's schemes for your batteries?
Yes, I've increased the storage capacity to 25 kilowatt hours.
So you don't use much electricity at all at night?
No.
So Penny, why did you feel it was important to block the chimney in your bedroom?
Because there was a constant draft from the vents in the walls.
Okay, so that's improved the comfort in your bedroom?
Yes, it has, yes. I think I need to possibly have another split system in my bedroom to provide warmth, but also stop the moisture or condensation that there is at times.
Yes, I mean split systems will reduce the humidity and condensation quite nicely. So to summarise, Penny, you now have the cat.
Yes, he keeps you warm too, I can assure you.
I did notice that. To summarise, since our last visit, you've changed your times of using power. You've become more conscious of switching off lights, etc. You've improved the windows curtains using honeycomb blinds in thicker curtains, and you've looked at closing off drafts by using curtains over the doors, etc. So overall, you feel that's been a major improvement?
Yes, I didn't mention the fact that I've moved the existing curtains to the ends of their rods so they cover the architraves, so that's made a difference. And where I had ordinary blinds, I've replaced them with ones that go to the edge of the architrave, and that's made a difference too.
Yeah, it would do.
Yeah.
Penny, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
Thank you to see how we've been of assistance to you in the past.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it because it's been good, and I will continue to try and eliminate the waste of energy.
Excellent. Thank you.